I'm Darren Rovell with the Action Network, here with Jay Croucher, the director of trading for PointsBet. Happy Thanksgiving, Jay. We have some, I was going to say good games. We don't start with anything good. It is the tradition, unfortunately. The Detroit Lions, they're going to be playing the Chicago Bears. Is there any value here? Obviously, like, Goff is kind of baked in. What are people thinking on this game? Or are they just going to say, I'll get on the couch later, I'm going to pass on this one?
I think they'll go with the Bears. That's what they're doing so far. I think it's a day where you're at home, you're with your loved ones, and you don't want to be relying on the Detroit Lions to give you any happiness. And so with the difference, a lot of people ask me the difference between Tim Boyle, Jared Goff. What is it? What does it do to the line? The answer is not that much, but it does move it a little bit. We say that Jared Goff is, in a nutshell, about 1.5 points better than Tim Boyle, which says a lot about Tim Boyle because Jared Goff has been just about the worst quarterback in the NFL to date. But when the news came out that Goff was trending likely, the line moved from -4 to -3. Bears favored, and we're hanging around key numbers here. So in most situations, that's about the same as a 1.5 point move. But people are, for the time being, they're betting on the Bears -3 with a bit more faith in the Red Rocket than the Lions.
Okay, and then people like to bet on America's team, the Dallas Cowboys, who are facing the Las Vegas Raiders. Cowboys have been on and off, on and off, on and off. We don't even know who they are. And the Raiders, since John Gruden, have decided to lose the entire, 3 games since. So, again, this is not a game, and maybe as we get further in the season, the idea of like value goes away, but this is not a game that has any answer to us, even with the spread of 7.
Yeah, it's a really strange game. They're two really strange teams. The Raiders have fallen off a cliff. Derek Carr was trending towards maybe leading the league in passing yards, but their offense has fallen right off. The Cowboys, like you said, can't really figure them out. It was just 2-3 weeks ago that they were down 30-0 at home to the Broncos, which is a very strange result. And then to not be able to put up points against the Kansas City defense, it's gotten better, but it's not the 85 Bears. So they should have been able to do more against that defense. They didn't. We still think that the Cowboys are markedly better, and that's where the line is where it is. But the action is largely split on this game so far, where I don't think people have that much faith in the Cowboys covering 7.5.
Is it going to stay at 7, or do you think it goes above the number?
So we're ticking up now towards 7.5. I don't think it will get too much bigger than that, just because the Raiders have shown that they should be able to score, and the Cowboys have just 2 of their past 3 weeks have been so bad against Kansas City and Denver, where we're not treating them anymore as a top 5-6 team in the league. And so against the competent Raiders team, it's difficult to see the line getting too much bigger.
All right, let's talk Buffalo, New Orleans. New Orleans, Trevor Siemian, he's been hanging in there. Yeah, they lost by 11 last week, but the previous 2 games, barely losing, covering. So Buffalo, obviously, they're lost to Indianapolis. I seem to be saying this a lot, but it seems like there's a lot of questions of what the identity here is of all these teams.
Yeah, Buffalo might be the strangest team in the league, where I'm not sure they're any good. Because you look at their results, they lose at home to Ben Roethlisberger in week 1. They lose to the Jags, where Josh Allen gets outdone by his namesake. And then they lose 41-15 to a Colts team that is definitely trending in the right direction. But at the same time, you shouldn't be losing by 26 points.
I hear they didn't know of a guy named Jonathan Taylor in the backfield. They never
Jonathan Taylor. No, the offensive player of the year at this point, JT. Yeah, so I think the Bills, they're a strange team. They should be able to take care of business here, but this Saints defense is legitimately excellent, despite what they showed last week against Philadelphia. They're just so banged up on offense, where they've just reached critical mass, where it's not just not having Michael Thomas and Jameis Winston. Now it's Kamara banged up. It's the offensive line banged up. And now there's just so much relying on the defense. But at the same time, the Bills need to show that they can beat, playoff level teams.
Well, I think a lot of these games are as gross as the food itself on Thanksgiving. I'm sorry, people. I don't like it. Jay Croucher, thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks, Darren.
Make sure you check out all of PointsBet's promotions, including this one for Sunday Night Football.